Welcome to Evolution in Controls. I'm your host, Tim Wilson. Thank you for joining us. Joining me today are my Morrell fellow colleagues, Brian Draus, Vice President of Industrial Sales, and Eric Vorwerck, Michigan Branch Manager. As an automation systems engineering and distribution company, Morrell is rather unique, with capabilities that start at product distribution and expand to systems and solutions design and supply. Morrell refers to itself as an ESV. But what exactly does that stand for? How do you describe the myriad of capabilities that Morrell has assembled? How do you go about explaining to customers, vendors, and partners just exactly what we do, but more importantly, what we can do? Brian and Eric are here to help us get answers to these questions. Thanks for joining me, guys.
You're welcome. Good to have us.
Brian, let's start with you. ESV, what does it stand for?
So the E is engineering partner, S is systems integrator, and V is value-added distributor.
Where'd that come from?
It came from the partners of the company. Mark and Mark were trying to describe what Morrell is, no different than like how we made the Motioneer team. We're trying to differentiate ourselves from the market because we are unique and different. Because in other parts of the world, a distributor is viewed as I'm taking a big box and make it into smaller boxes. It doesn't have any engineering tied to it at all. And so when some of our partners come in, they understand and see what we are. They're like, you guys are not a distributor. You guys are engineering consultants or an engineering company.
Am I supposed to use ESV when I'm out making a sales call or when my sales guys are out making sales calls? Should I be using that?
Of course, because again, what we try to do is set ourselves apart from other companies. And so when we say we're a distributor, I think sometimes customers, the perception is, well, give me your line card, and if I come across something, we'll give you guys a call.
Yeah, we don't sell just part numbers, we sell engineered solutions. So instead of taking just like a fountain pen, let's say, and selling it as a part number, we want to be more inclined to say, we'll sell you the pen, we'll sell you the paper, we'll sell you everything that goes along with it. We don't want to be known as just a single part supplier.
But when was the last time you said ESV to one of your customers, or had one of your sales guys, or you counseled one of your sales guys to say it to one of your customers? Do you do it often?
Yes, because we want to differentiate ourselves. So we don't want to be thought of as just a part supplier. So
Just did it today.
Customers here. You had a customer in today?
We had 7 engineers here. We had a vice president of R&D here. And so part of the presentation of the verbal portion of it was reviewing what an ESV was. So it doesn't come until the end of the presentation to list the partners by name and explain what the ESV is. So just so we're clear too, and the systems integrator portion of ESV is not integrating machines to a particular customer's application. It's integrating products to our solutions. So for example, if we're to build a conveyor system, part of our S portion of it, the systems integrator, could be like an Oinkner
loop system, or
it could be Oinkner gate switch. It's a complementary product to our main products. So that's why we call it, it's on the integration side with our main product lines.
do you think our customers get it? Do you think they understand what we do?
no, I think it's something that, it's going to take us a while to change their perception of what an ESV is versus a distributor. Because the way that we've been doing it and been very successful doing it is bringing the customers into our facility to actually show them and explain to them what the difference is.
I love bringing customers into our facility. That sells it right there. They can see it.
Right.
ESV are just letters.
ESV is
It's just
letters.
words.
And
Words have meaning, but
they do, but also those words have meaning of how we integrate with our partners. So on the E side of things, you have Rexroth, you have Hydac, you have SICK, you have Graco, you have Emerson Aventix, you
the
have
vendor
Topek.
partners that we.
Those we integrate with our vendor partners just the same way as we do our customers. And so when our vendors come in, we know everything about their products, we know everything about how it integrates into a machine. That's not always the same that we can do that for every single product. So on the E side of it, we are complete partners. We go to Germany. We have heavy integration with the vendors the same way we would as a customer.
I think the vendors have as much problem understanding what we do as our customers do.
I would agree with that. We've brought a lot of the vendors in to explain it to them, and they don't really understand it. You know, they have the same misconception of an ESV versus a distributor as anybody else. But once they get in here and they meet the motioneers and understand that, you know, we're taking all the different technologies and joining them, you know, it puts a whole different spin on, you know, what we are.
And that doesn't mean we can't, we do sell a lot of parts. Not everything that we sell is an engineered system. So between Rexroth and all the different products that we have, we sell a fair amount of parts to our customers as much as we do it.
Our MRO business, that's got to be just parts, right?
That is correct. That is correct. So they don't necessarily need that engineering support. They might need product support at a plant level, but they're not doing the same type of integration that a machine builder would do, where we're deep entrenched in their process.
So the ESV is to describe what we are as a company, the things that we do. Is it meant to talk about where we want to focus our efforts on? Does it really talk about that? I don't think so.
It's the person should talk about it, whoever's explaining it.
Yeah.
So again,
Our
who
focus
really
is,
cares?
Our focus is not on value-added distributor. We're not here to be a part supplier.
No.
Do you tell your guys to go out and sell parts, or what do you tell your guys to go out and sell?
Nope, I tell them to go out and look for solutions. So
Yeah.
whether it's a valve, so maybe they have an older valve. So whether we upgrade it or look at the whole system, maybe they need a whole overhaul of their system, whether it's a control panel or a whole hydraulic system. So we're looking at more than just crossing a valve over. So whether it's an old obsolete valve and we need to upgrade it and add controls to it, or it could be a simple panel upgrade that we want to change out some of the older technology and create a new panel for them.
Do you think customers are looking for different things now than they used to?
I think it's definitely a difference from what it was before, because there are so many upgrade possibilities, and a lot of our customers don't have the engineering staff anymore that they used to. So they're looking for better partners, not necessarily distributors.
They're looking for more ease.
Correct.
looking for more ease, right? I would agree. What would be your thoughts on between like having the ESV and explaining it to a customer from the standpoint of, you know, from an application that you might have been involved in?
Yeah, when I go in to look at it, I'm definitely looking at the engineering partner aspect of it, because I don't want to sell a part that's a me too, that has a even if it's a little technically better, it's still just a part. I want to find out what they can't solve, what the customer can't solve, what the customer needs help solving. And that's what I want to focus on. I want to do something that others can't. If it's a competition, if it's a race, I want the leg up. And the leg up in that race is, hey, what can we do that nobody else can?
Right.
So I may not use the letters ESV when I go in, but it would definitely be in an elevator speech. If I only had 30 seconds, I would drop it in there. But if I have a chance to sit down and talk to, I'm going to explain the things that we do that's covered, that we summarize by the ESV.
Understood. And a lot of times what happens too, let's all be, in today's landscape, people can buy products everywhere. There is
Online.
not a limit. That's correct.
A multitude of
So if
different
they
ways.
know
Yeah.
how to implement our products and use our products, there's many avenues to buy from. But what sets us apart is to having the ability to put these products together. So again, from a high end, even on our MAD cell. So our MAD cell is a perfect example of what ESV is.
Describe what the MAD cell is.
It's the Morrell automation demo. So our automation demo is a conveyor with a control cabinet that has multi
So it takes a lot of our
manufacturers.
different manufacturers and combines the different technologies, whether it be a linear actuator, a conveyor system, or a safety system to protect
a
the.
valve manifold. So when our customers come in, they see we don't even have to necessarily say this is our ESV solution.
We just show it to them,
That's correct.
and it says it all right
It
there.
says it all
watching
when they see it.
Yeah.
They see how all the products interact together. That's the key to being an ESV.
That's why I love bringing customers to Auburn Hills. What they see speaks more than I could ever speak in any sales call.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would.
I agree.
Yeah, we need to talk about some. The other thing that I like to do that's part of our the engineering partner, is the Motioneer group. We need to get together and talk about the Motioneer sometime. We don't have, now's not the right time, but I'd like to talk about that because I believe that that's a capability that we have that nobody else has.
I would agree.
I agree.
Are you able to focus in Grand Rapids or in some of the outlying areas? Are you able to use the Motioneering group?
We use the Motioneer group quite a bit in the west side of Michigan because they're even more limited on some of the things that happen over in the automotive market. So they're a different industry segment. So I mean, they're more heavily based in food and packaging or in some of the automation, some of the plastics. So they have a little bit of a different view on things. So bringing the Motioneers over there to help them with mechanical solutions or electrical solutions, there is nobody else in Michigan, I believe, that has the capabilities that we have and the resources that we have.
We definitely need to get together and talk about that again sometime.
I would agree.
But I just want to thank you guys for joining me. It's been a good conversation.
You're welcome.
To learn more about Morrell and our capabilities, visit morrell-group.com and look for our ESV designation. Don't forget to subscribe to Evolution in Controls on whatever platform you use for podcasts or on YouTube for a video version so you can be updated when we release new episodes. Thank you again for joining us today. I'm Tim Wilson, and remember, keep moving.